Hi everyone, this is Chloe Bowie. Welcome back to my channel. This new video is a sped up time lapse of the character Hanzo from Overwatch. I've done some Overwatch fan art before, but I haven't done any of the guys yet, so I was really excited to work on this character. If you'd like to see any of those other characters, I'll link them down below for you. I really wanted to take advantage of starting this piece in grayscale and block in the different values. Working in grayscale just allows me to make sure that everything is really smooth and really clear, and later on when I decide to add colour, this makes sure that nothing gets too muddled. I also like to have a clean base to go back and add maybe different costumes or different versions of my illustration that I would upload onto my Patreon. And having that clean base just makes it so much easier to play around with the illustration after I'm finished. Another reason why I felt that this was really important for Hanzo was part of his costume covers his body completely. It's quite voluminous and it would have been really easy to warp those limbs. And the fact that there's an entire section of his torso that's exposed, I think it could have ended up looking really strange if I wasn't careful with his anatomy. The reason why I chose to go with his original design is that I was really interested in doing the details of his tattoo in particular. I was in two minds whether or not to do his winter skin or not, because I think that looks really cool, but ultimately I decided to go with this version. One of the really fun things of working on this piece is that I spent this past Christmas in Tokyo, Japan, where I got to see lots of traditional Japanese art, and it was great that I kind of got to relive that through doing this illustration. One of the things that I really enjoyed about the art in Japan, and also with Hanzo's tattoo, is that it's so detailed and it's incredibly meticulous. I think having that small touch on his character design looks really good. So I really wanted the whole composition of this piece to focus on the shape of his torso. I kind of exaggerated some areas, so I tapered in his waist probably a little bit more than his actual character design, just because I really enjoyed the sharp angles that these created. I think there's a lot of visual cues in Hanzo's design to suggest that he's a more mature character. And also because I wanted his body to be the focus, any props like his weapon or even the arrow he's reaching back to grab to knock into his bow, I kind of kept them out of the focus. Even though these props are cropped out of the image, I think it's really cool that there's a juxtaposition between the technology of his weapons and the traditional dress style that he's wearing. Again, it kind of reminds me of traditional Japanese art, and also kind of robotic in a way with the technology. When I was in Tokyo, that was something that was very apparent as part of the culture as well, that there was a reverence for the old things like shrines and traditional artwork, but there was also that contrast with the newer modern side of Japan, which I think you can see clearly here in his design. I have no idea if his designers thought about this when they were illustrating him. It's just something that kind of occurred to me when I was working on this. For Hanzo, I initially created just a very simple background of a sky and kind of Mount Fuji behind him, but I kind of felt like this was a little too soft, so I finished this illustration, and then as I was editing this video, I decided it wasn't enough, so I went back in. I wanted to do some fan art of Hanzo for a while now. He's been on my pile of characters who I wanted to draw. When I was working on Hanzo, there was a really bad blizzard in Dublin, so this whole piece was a really great distraction for me when I was stuck inside and had terrible cabin fever. I really enjoyed working on this piece. If there are any other characters or any kind of videos that you would like to see from me in the future, leave a comment down below. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. I think he's such a handsome character. I think Hanzo's design is the kind of character design that I would be more aesthetically drawn to as well. So here's the complete version of my Hanzo illustration. I really enjoyed working on this character. I think a lot of the Overwatch characters have really cool designs. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.